This Disney DVD is enhanced with Disney's Fast Play. Your movie and a selection of bonus features will begin automatically. To bypass Fast Play, select the main menu button at any time. Fast Play will begin in a moment.
Hello and welcome to Casual Friday here on Is It Broke? Is It Fixable? Or Just Plain Adorable? From all of this paraphernalia, can you guess what today's episode will be about? The DVD stands for Digital Versatile Disc or digital video disc. Which do you prefer? Versatile disc sounds more scientific, but video disc is more to the point, don't you think? It was a digital data storage format used for storing video and data. It was first released in November of 1996. The disc can hold up to 8.5 gigabytes depending on the type of disc. That was quite an upgrade from CDs. DVDs were preceded by the Laserdisc, the CD, and the VCD. Can you take a guess what that stands for? Video CD. The quality of VCDs wasn't super great, and in the process of watching an entire film on a VCD, you were changing a few discs, just as you would on Mr. Laserdisc. There was a format war between Sony with DVD and Toshiba with the Super Density disc. They merged to make DVD what it is today. The movie industry adopted DVD to replace good old VHS. The first movies were Eraser, The Fugitive, and Blade Runner. Video game companies switched to DVD as well, PlayStation being one of the first. It was convenient because you could do games and movies on one console. So, oh boy, you get two devices for the price of one, and who doesn't love a bargain? By 2006, the industry had phased out VHS tapes and Laserdiscs. Does anyone want to take a guess what good old VHS stood for? Video Home System. Couldn't we get any more creative than that? It just seems so. By 2007, 80% of Americans owned DVD players, with more people owning them than a VCR, PCs, personal computers that is, and cable TV, back in the days when you had to have a cable TV box. DVD could also record live TV like we did in the videotape days, but that didn't last too long until DVR came out and did away with that. Recordable DVDs can also be used for audio and video recording. Different formats allowed for different quality and the amount of data stored on a disc. HD DVD, that is high definition DVD, and Blu-ray were released in 2006, causing format war. Blu-ray won the format war. Some people say it's due to the fact that there was corporate sabotage, because Warner HD DVDs are known for, get ready for it, Warner rot. I love me some Warner rot. In 2016, 4K DVDs came out, giving movie theater quality films on your television. They are mainly used or mainly bought by avid film collectors wanting that je ne sais quoi quality. DVDs used to have fun, interactive menus and games, but now you'll mainly find that it's just a flat, plain Jane, boring menu. And an interesting side note, we were talking about CRT TVs and not watching on a 4K. The reason you had widescreen and full screen was due to CRT TVs. Full screen was the format of choice for a CRT TV. The lifespan of DVD will long outlive the old analog formats of VHS and CED. So here we have a hybrid model. This is a Laserdisc player. Yes, the discs are ginormous, but what makes this that hybrid model is it also plays CDs. Another interesting side note with Laserdisc players, they actually made a model that played DVDs with a door like the CD door. How ironic is that, considering DVD is what basically killed the Laserdisc? And who doesn't enjoy a good copy of Jurassic Park? We have here a sample of a Blu-ray, a sample of HD DVD. So, which one won the war format? Ding, 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 ding. And then, of course, over here, we have the 4K, which when you get into the steel case issues and the Criterion collection, you're really talking big money then. Here, we have Blu-ray recordable discs. Bet you can get some decent quality on those suckers. DVD-Rs. They use multiple, like we said, they use multiple formats. So this is a pack of DVD-Rs with a 4.7 gigabyte data storage capacity, 120 minutes of video time. This says that these are DVD-Rs, RDLs. Who knew there were so many different types of writable discs? And here we have CDRs. Take a guess how many CDs it takes to put like an hour's of television on. 2 to 4, depending on your quality. And it's a bit of a pain to write them that way. And then here we have some more DVD rewritables. So that's another format. Both DVDs and CDs for these using a burner and rewriting are getting less easy to find. And here we actually have the Blu-ray writer for burning these discs. Boy, the burner's gotten a lot smaller than it used to be. It's interesting to note DVDs came in many different forms. You had those that, and you could also buy them in many different places. This one, you have a cardboard sleeve, and then you have the regular DVD. It was bought at Toys R Us originally. How many of you want to go into Toys R Us and buy a DVD? You're going into the toy store to buy toys. And when the company decided to be a little cheaper, they would use a case like this where you flip this open, flip this aside, and then there's your disc. And this is definitely an earlier one because it's got that early DVD logo. They used to actually put ads on the VHS tapes promoting DVD. And one of the scenes that you can avidly remember is that guy and his voice, and you can hear a pin drop.
The question is, have you seen it? Have you heard it? Have you felt it? DVD. It's a movie on a disc the size of a CD. The picture is twice as sharp as VHS. The sound is so incredibly clear, you can hear a pin drop. It looks and sounds like you're at the movies, but you can experience it at home. And let's not forget, you can watch it in widescreen.
And here we have a DVD catalog that came inside of this DVD. One of the big places that you would buy films at, Walmart, the $5 bin. Another nice thing about DVDs is, back in the day, this tape holds 25 minutes. Look how much space this tape takes up compared to a DVD. So if you were watching the Turtles, at most you were getting only 2 to 4 episodes of the Turtles on one tape. This has like multiple episodes and takes up less space than a tape. They're also lighter than tapes, so you can store them easier. Ah, the days of the rental store. The gentleman that had this rental store, he rented video games and movies, and with the video games, he would actually buy 2 copies, rent 1 copy, and keep 1 in the wrapping. This particular store was called the Video Vendor in Lewistown, Pennsylvania. And back in the day, if you wanted to buy a movie and didn't want to get it online when he was still open, you knew that he would probably have it. And that was the case with Ghost World. Have you ever heard of the MUB bin? Do you know what MUB stands for? Movies You Buy at the dollar store. Though, when you get them in this cardboard sleeve, it's always a gamble because you can tell it was a rental. In this case, this disc was fine, but in some cases, the disc isn't fine. Another interesting thing with the dollar store is the system going to card you or not for the movie? And it cards you for the silliest things, and then when it comes to movies anyhow, it may card you for one that really shouldn't need carded for, and then will not card you for one that should be carded for. Remember the full screen thing we talked about? Here it's telling you, full screen. Another interesting thing they like to do with DVDs was the collector's editions. Because with DVDs, they can put the movie on there as well as documentaries, the interactive menus, trailers. They could put so much more information on there. Though to be quite honest, after a while, you kind of tire of watching the deleted scenes, the outtakes. I guess there's a reason why those scenes were deleted. And then we come to the television sets. Back in the day, you paid good money for your television DVD sets. And ironically, like this was season 1, and you see how thick it is. When they go to the later seasons, they would just use 1 case instead of 2. But they made these cases quite neat, actually, like Mr. Magoo. it has a hologram on it. And like, you slide that out from in there, and then it's got, and then you open it up, and it's got even more stuff in there. And then you have, this isn't a 4K steel case, this is a fancy metal DVD case. Just open it up. There you have your disc. And like I said, usually they eventually put the TV series on plain Jane disc. There are still some DVDs, TV shows that are worth more than others, and most of that comes from the fact that it's out of print and makes it more rare. Up top here, we have our 4K player. Then we have our Blu-ray player, which this is an older model. You really have to keep up to date with Blu-rays. The firmware updates on there, they don't like this model. They're like, we're not doing a firmware update for that because it costs too much. It's cheaper to make a new player. Then below the Blu-ray player, we have our HD DVD player. And down here, this is one of the very early DVD players, which it still actually works. It would be nice to have a remote with it, but that's what universal remotes are for. Which format do I wish to watch a movie on tonight? Do I wish to watch DVD, HD DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K? I think I'll go with this one. It's not going in there. What's wrong here? Ah, that's right. It's supposed to go in this machine over here.
This is DVD. And this is what happens when you watch DVD. It's a movie on a disc the size of a CD. The picture is twice as sharp as VHS. The sound is infinitely clearer. It looks and sounds like you're at the movies, but you can experience it at home. Not to mention, you can watch it in widescreen, listen to audio commentary, choose from features like director's notes, behind-the-scenes footage, trailers, and more. Watch a movie right on your computer. And rent or buy DVDs from these great Hollywood studios. DVD. See how good a movie at home can be. With over 3,000 titles to choose from, make sure you see your next movie on DVD. Yeah.